is not unusual. And if you are listening to this on the regular Kitten Academy live stream right now, you may want to look for the close-up stream that I'm running. Anyway, it's actually more usual the first time we open the doors for especially the kittens to be extra cautious. But Culotte here is a bold one. She came right out and is exploring, where I tried to get her mom, Taylor, interested, and instead Taylor just looked at the door and then went back to her kittens in the cage, to Nick and Jean. So, anyway, one of the reasons that I wanted to do this little close-up is to talk to you about Nick and Jean and Taylor. Hi. And what's going on. If you were watching our last close-up yesterday, you know it ended on sort of a cliffhanger where Nick was getting sick in the litter box and I had to go and take care of him. So it turns out that Jean also got sick yesterday the same way. They both were throwing up a lot of mom's milk. And hi, Taylor, do you want to come out with me, Taylor? Come on, let's go. They were both throwing up a lot of Taylor's milk, and that's not entirely unusual at this age. It can happen where they'll just eat too much milk, and it's not that great for them anymore, I should say. It's not that it's not good for them, it's just, if they get too much now, it's going to upset their little tummies. They need to be on the regular food instead. So that's why we put the secret agent suit on Mom. We thought that would be a better way to sort of keep them from nursing too much than to separate her, which is the other option. So that's what we did. We put the secret agent suit on her, and I'm happy to report that Nick and Jean are feeling fine today. They both have been eating, and you can see that everybody is still trying to nurse too. If you watch, you'll see that they try everything they can to get through the secret agent suit and to nurse on Mom, and it's just not working. But that's okay. There goes Lottie back to the room, and you can see we've got a couple of faculty observers here. Custard and Maggie, Custard and Maggie were both hanging out in the cat tree. Just before I started, I had to kick them out for this, so that's probably why they're sitting here. It's not so much because they need to see kittens, but they just want to get back to what they were doing, which they'll be able to later. I was hoping that, hi Lottie. I was hoping that everybody would come out of the room right away because I want to vacuum in here. It's still a mess. I was talking about that yesterday. And I thought that the easiest way to vacuum would be to let them all go into the other room while I did. That's how we started doing it for the Wiggles. That's exactly how the daily exploration time started for the Wiggles. It gave them a way to get away from the vacuum cleaner. And I don't remember what age the Wiggles were at when we started all that, but it worked out, obviously, very well. And not only that, the Wiggles now, none of the kids are afraid of the vacuum cleaner at all. In fact, they almost like to play with it while it's running. So that, I think, was a real benefit to them to have that experience. Nonetheless, Taylor, look, see, these two are snuggled up like they think they can nurse. It's not working, though, is it? No, but you guys have been eating plenty of the real food, so that's all good. This is little Blue Jean on this side, and this is our little Nick on this side. I know it can be hard to tell them apart, especially when all you can see is their faces, but if you can see their bodies, it's easy, obviously. Nick has the big, bold, stripy swirls, and then Blue Jean has the mackerel tabby thin stripes. Lottie's trying to climb the light pole. Lottie is just so crazy, isn't she? There's one in every class. Yes. She really wants to hang out with me. All right, Taylor. Well, I'm not going to force you to come out today, but I am going to give Taylor a little more time to decide to come out. And that means that I'm not going to leave and try to find the rest of the faculty or show you Whimsy and Twist, who are still here, because I need to keep an eye and make sure that Maggie and Custard don't decide to jump over that fence and nothing else goes wrong. So I'm going to hang out here with them for a while. But let me tell you that Whimsy and Twist are doing fine, and Flip and Fidget are at their new home also. So they left yesterday. I think you knew that. That was coming when I did the last close-up. That was what was going to happen next. And they're doing very well. I see their adopter, actually. Jen is on the YouTube chat right now talking to everybody, but has also been on our Discord chat and has posted some pictures of them in their new home, having some dinner and getting settled in and playing with the noodle sticks. So I know that they're doing really well, and we expect to see even more from them in the future. As for Whimsy and Twist, Whimsy's adoption is going to be, I believe, Friday now. We nailed it down on Friday. And Twist's adoption is still something like the 23rd or the 24th. I'm going to sneeze, sorry. Oh. Oh man, my allergies have been really bad the last couple days, and I have no idea why. So, hi. Buddy, you are such a character. Oh my goodness. A Lottie kitten. She's like, well, my brother and my sister are just hanging out with mom and they're all being boring, so I'm just going to play with my tail. My tail's always my best friend. I'd like to mention about Whimsy and Twist. Last night they were out in the house all day, I mean all night. We didn't put them away in a room like we had been. And it was pretty cool, actually. Whimsy was very snuggly and hung out on the bed with me all night long. So that was pretty cool. And in general, it seems like Whimsy has been just a little bit more tolerant of the affection lately, which I like. She's more willing to sit there and let you pet her for a couple seconds, and she's more interested in snuggling up if you're sitting down or if you're in bed. And that's a good change for her. I think she's really starting to come around. Although I would tell her adopter that obviously, you should expect her to be one of those cats that's a little more independent and that takes some time to become really good friends with. But when you do, it's valuable. She's really sweet, and she's just so soft, and Whimsy's very wonderful. So I know her adopter is going to have a wonderful cat. Just one of those cats that takes a little more investment, and then you really feel like you've earned it too, which is nice. Wow, Lottie, you just don't ever slow down, do you? Lottie's also been eating just a ton, which is good. We love kittens that are hungry all the time and eat a lot. That's just what we like. speaking of eating, time to do some more of that. She just heard me mention food and was like, oh yeah, that sounds good. You know that you are a serious eater when you have to close your eyes so that you don't get food in your eyes while you're eating, right? If you are a human and you have that same problem, you probably should think about how you're eating, right? I know there's definitely times when I'm that hungry. I see Custard out there looking at me. What you looking at, buddy? Okay. All right, Taylor, you are obviously not going anywhere right now. I'm still going to give her a little bit of time, but I am going to end the close-up here. So thank you guys for joining me. I think you got the important news of the day, which is Flip and Fidget are gone now to their home, and Whimsy and Twist are still here. Whimsy's going at the end of the week. Twist is going at the end of the month. And Taylor is wearing a secret agent suit so the kittens can't nurse, because if they do nurse too much, they'll make themselves sick. So that's why she's wearing the secret agent suit. And I think that's all the news again. So definitely tune in. Watch the kittens all day long on the regular Kitten Academy live stream. Right here on YouTube, just look for the Kitten Academy live stream. I will adjust the cameras in just a moment so that you can continue to watch them. And that's it. Thanks, everybody.